Cheers to I don't even know how many years of trying to let them grow for me to come chop them off on a Tuesday night. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing this full beat. Something a little bit more vampy, something a little bit more sexy, more sultry. Definitely for Valentine's Day, in my case, just because I'm not a pink girl, I just would not wear pink eyeshadow on Valentine's Day or like red. But I would wear something along the lines of this. So let me know in the comment section down below what kind of makeup you would wear for Valentine's Day. Would you wear something a little bit more vampy like this, something more sexy, something more dramatic? Or are you more like a classic red lip girl? Or are you more of like a Barbie kind of girl where you would wear the pink eyeshadow? Let me know in the comment section down below. As always, you guys have no idea how much it helps me when you guys thumbs up the video, like this video, if you like drugstore makeup tutorials, so I can continue to do them, one, and then two, so YouTube can trigger more people like you, makeup lovers. Okay. Hey guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's makeup tutorial, and if you want to learn how to recreate this look, or if you just want to know the highlight that is on my skin, then let's go ahead and get started. Guys, so I have a lot of drugstore makeup we are going to be trying out. You guys seem to really like these videos, so I went out today and I purchased a lot of drugstore makeup. Alright you guys, so let's go ahead and get started. I have my Red Bull here. You guys already know the drill with this. It's 8 p.m. so let's get this started. I do have a new kind of setup, so we'll see how it goes. I don't have the board on top of my head anymore. I only have them to the sides, and then I do have a pretty big table now, so I have more space to work with. So anyways, we're just gonna jump into it. I do have a little bit of moisturizer on my skin already. You guys know the drill. e.l.f. Hello Hydration Face Cream, the best out there ever. So for primer, I did pick up this one right here. This is the Water Drop Primer, the cucumber one. This is by the brand Wet n Wild. I do have a lot of Wet n Wild products. If I don't get through them in this video, I am going to be doing a full face of Wet n Wild. So this is the Water Drop Primer. It says to apply to clean skin, use under or alone foundation. Alone or under foundation. What? It says it hydrates and locks down moisture, and it also says it blurs the appearance of pores. So this is a very interesting. We're brand new. I have not opened it, so it's gonna be like kind of like a first impressions. Ooh. Whoa. A lot of it squirted out, and it's a green. It smells like cucumber. Okay, I hope this does not break me out. It smells pretty strong like cucumber. Applying this in the center of my skin just because it is where I have like the larger pores. It almost has like a Jolly Rancher kind of scent. So it applied it clear on the skin, but as you guys saw, it had a green tint to it, which is crazy. I don't think I've ever seen like a green primer before from the drugstore. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull my hair back. Ooh. I don't think it did much blurring my pores, but it feels pretty nice. It feels really hydrating on the skin, and it did not leave me like an oily residue. So I kind of like that right now. I hope it doesn't break me out. Like I said, I am going to continue to use the products here on my channel just so we can see how they work with different foundations and stuff. But you guys know that they launched the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Sticks, which I have a review already up on my channel. But in this video, I really want to try this one here. This is new, or at least it says new, or at least it's new to me. This is the Mega Cushion Foundation SPF 15. It is a liquid foundation in a cushion compact. It says a luminous finish, lightweight and buildable, and it is also a very hydrating formula that contains natural coconut. So I'm excited to try this. Actually, why don't we give this a whirl? This is the compact here. When you open it, it comes with a poofy thingy, and then voila, here is the product. Here is the product. I don't know if this is going to be my shade. What am I supposed to apply this with? A beauty sponge? I'm not sure. Before we jump into the foundation though, I'm going to spritz my face with this cucumber setting spray. Just because I did not get enough of the primer. This one I really like. It makes my skin feel really hydrated. I did get mine in the shade Neutral Beige, which is probably not going to be my shade, but we're going to have to work with it. So I'm just going to go ahead and like press my beauty blender in there. And we're just going to go ahead and apply it. Oh, this one smells good. It smells like, it doesn't smell like coconut. It smells like clean soap. Maybe it's my beauty blender. I don't know. It blends out really nicely, that I will say. And the coverage is amazing. Okay, Wet n Wild. Oh, it smells good. It smells like fresh, you know? I feel like Sasha is really mad at me since last time I wore her. I like have foundation all over her, but they did send me a pink one, which I don't know the name of that one yet. But I do like to name my wigs. I feel like a different person when I wear them. The pink one is just really, really long, so I don't know when I'm gonna wear that one. The finish of this foundation, I am living. The shade is actually not too bad. I'm going to drag it a little bit down my neck, but it's actually not too bad. It does have kind of like a pink undertone. I feel like Wet n Wild does really good products, like quality products for a very affordable price, and I'm not mad about it. But I also have this new Wet n Wild concealer. I feel like I'm using a lot of Wet n Wild products. This should have just been like a full face of Wet n Wild. But I have this concealer here, which I really want to give it a go. I've heard a lot of good things about this concealer. I've just, whoa, that is white. Okay, so I got the wrong shade, obviously. I got Fair Neutral, which is a little too brightening, I guess. But I'm just gonna go ahead and apply a little bit. Okay, so definitely I feel like this is a very brightening shade, which I'm not mad, but it's also a very drying concealer. Like, it dries pretty fast, so you do have to work with it pretty fast. I don't really see it giving me a whole lot of coverage. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply a tad bit more. I know the shade is probably obviously not my shade. I feel like this is a matte formula. Is it matte? It just says it's good for photos. Alright guys, so for powder, we're going to set the entire face with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder. I really love this powder. I'm pretty sure you guys know from my last video that I did using Drugstore makeup that I fell in love with this powder. I'm gonna take a little bit. I feel like, did the concealer oxidize? I feel like the concealer oxidized a tad bit with that powder, which it doesn't happen with my other concealers that I've used it with. I don't know. I feel like it did. Yeah, I feel like it definitely oxidized it. So, you guys, so I really like the finish of everything so far. Foundation is definitely a little bit more on the luminous side, and then I feel like the concealer is a little bit more of a matte finish. And then with that powder, the Photo Focus powder, which I've been loving. If you haven't tried this powder, you're sleeping on it. And let me just say that if you haven't tried this foundation in your dry skin, you need to try this out because it's really good. I never thought it would be that good. Like, I feel like I've been sleeping on a lot of Drugstore makeup. I do have their new Wet n Wild bronzers, which you guys already know I really like the Sunset Striptease one. And these are limited edition, so why even use them? But I really like this one. But I do have the brand new City Bronzer by the brand Maybelline, which is also a pretty good brand. And then I also have this new one that I just picked up. This one is by the brand Rimmel. I really like their Stay Matte powder, so I think we should give this one a chance. Looks like this. This one is in the shade Sunlight. I am going to be listing the products in the description box just because I know a lot of you guys are very upset at me for not doing that. So sometimes I just don't have time, one, and then two, I don't have internet at home, so I have to use like the hotspot on my phone, and I don't get more hotspot until the 23rd, I'm sorry, and it's barely February 12th, so you know, you guys work with me, please. Okay, so off of first impressions, this one doesn't really have a lot of kickback, which I like. Ooh, I really like this one. Bronzer blends out really nicely. So anyways, I really want to try this one too. This is by Maybelline. And I'm going to try to like contour it with this one because this one is like the deepest one. This one is in the shade 300. I'm actually going to take it on the same brush. This one does have a little bit more kickback. Whoa, and that's intense. Okay, so for this one, I feel like I need to get the shade 200 because this one is in the shade 300 and this one is a little too dark. Now we're going to move on to blush. For blush, I do have a new one. This is by the brand Catrice. This is the waterproof and sweatproof blush box in the shade of Burgundy. That looks like this. So it is a little bit more intimidating. It's definitely more in your face kind of blush, but let's see what it gives me. Okay, so it's definitely very pigmented. That I will say, it's a very pigmented blush. I'm just cleaning up a little bit underneath the blush just because that blush is very intense. Like, it is intense. Alright guys, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows off camera and then we'll come back to finish off the eye look. Alright you guys, so I'm back. While I was doing my eyebrows, I literally like chopped off a chunk of my brow right here. So anyways guys, for the eyes today, we're going to be using this palette here. This is new. This is the Wet n Wild My Glamour Squad palette. This is very identical, if not a dupe, for the Anastasia ABH Soft Glam palette that I really wanted. But this one literally has like all of the shades, so we're going to stick to this one. I'm going to take a different brush for my crease color, and this is the M411 that I normally use for my lower lash line. I'm going to go ahead and use it on my crease area just because it is a little bit more precise. And jumping into the palette, I am going to be taking this shade here. This is the brown, light brown in the palette, and it does say it is for the crease. I really like the formula of these shadows. I'm going to move on to the M433 by Morphe. It is very, very similar to my favorite Kylie brush. It's a very short blending brush. And now we're going to take the brick red color from the palette. I really wanted to do like a really intense, just smoky brick red eye, but I was like, you know what, we'll probably do that some other time. Today I wanted to pop on the glitter from a different palette. So yeah, I'm just going to take that in that brush, and I'm basically just going to apply it all over the entire lid, concentrating the most color on the outer portion of the eye. Once I have the color laid on, I am now just going to take that same brush and I'm just basically going to be blending out the outer parts of the eye just so that it doesn't look too harsh and intense. And I'm using very light pressure for this because we are working with darker colors. I don't know about you guys, but Wet n Wild shadows are pretty pigmented. If you ask me myself, like, they're pigmented. This, I'm going to be using the M433, but this is a clean one, or at least this was the one that I went with the black. And I'm going to take the black shade from the palette, mix in a little bit of the brown, and I'm just going to concentrate this on the outer portion of the eye. So concentrating this shade in the outer V of the eye, I want the most intensity on this side here. I just feel like it just gives it just a beautiful effect when you put on a darker shade in the outer portion of the eye. Now I'm just going to go back into my red shadow brush. I'm just going to go ahead and blend the outer portion of the eye. I'm just going to go ahead and remove the tape And I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this upper part here because I want the line there, but I don't want it too intense. So going back into my crease brush, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend everything together. Now comes the fun part. We're gonna move on to the lid shade. I really wish I didn't have nails because I feel like those shadows just apply better with your hands, I mean with your fingers. But we're gonna move on to this palette. I really want to do a look using this palette, like a full dedicated look with the palette. This is the brand new Hanging in Hawaii eyeshadow palette by BH Cosmetics. Comes with a really big mirror, and here are the shadows. It's a very neutral palette, something more on the warm side. It has your dark browns, it has your shimmery shadows, but we're gonna take the first one, which is in the shade Hula. I'm going to pop that all over the center of the lid. Look at how beaming that shade is, you guys. Sort of kind of like cutting the crease here, like cutting my lid, but not really because we're not using concealer. So instead I'm just going to cut it with the shimmery shadow. So you do have to be pretty nice and precise. You have to be careful. So once we have that shadow there, I'm gonna go back into my red brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend the outer part of that. Now going back into my brown brush slash black, I'm gonna pick up some of the brown and the black, and I'm just going to intensify the outer portion of the eye just a tad bit, because I feel like the glitter kind of like took away some of that black. So I'm gonna go back into the palette and I'm going to pick up this shade here. It's like a very light shadow. I'm actually going to pop this on my brow bone to act as a brow bone highlight. Taking the Morphe M321, I'm just gonna go ahead and buff the transition shade on my lower lash line. I'm now going to take my crease brush and I'm going to take some of this light terracotta kind of brick color, and I'm going to run that on my lower lash line as well. As always, you guys know the drill. I'm bringing it rather low. This just gives a beautiful effect if you do have smaller eyes like myself. You just look more awake and it brings your eyes like to a different level, you know? Now I'm taking the M506 by Morphe and I'm picking up some of the red brick kind of color. I'm going to run that on my lower lash line as well. Now I'm taking a flat definer brush, M432, picking up some of the black shadow from the palette. I'm going to line my waterline. I'm just going to tight line real quick. I'm only going to bring it to the outer half of my eye. I'm also going to pop on some black liner. This is Morphe in the shade Dark Room. Lashes, I'm going to pop on the Kiss lashes in number 11. These are pretty natural. I would say it's more of like an everyday kind of lash. So that's the one we're going to pop on. I'm going to go ahead and spritz my face, set it all in place with the Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Setting Mist. I love this stuff when I'm not wearing like any foundation or under my foundation. Like I really like this stuff. I feel like it transforms my foundation. It gives it more of like a natural sticky base to it. I don't know, I love it. They just need a new mister on this because the mister on this sucks. But I love this stuff, you guys. If you guys have not tried it, you're sleeping on it. It is by far the best. Taking my Rimmel Accelerator lash for my bottom. Alright guys, so moving on to lips, I'm going to go ahead and take the Kiss Me lipstick in the shade Most Wanted. Guys, and to finish off, I'm going to go ahead and take the Golden Flower Crown, also by Wet n Wild. They make some amazing products, especially their highlights. They're like super beaming and blinding. Watch. Ooh, that is such a pretty gold. Look at that. Look at that highlight though. Like, you guys need this in your life. Like, it definitely looks a little bit more gold on me because I feel like I'm just too light skinned for this one, but I still really like it. Alright guys, and this is the finished and completed look. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I fell in love with a lot of drugstore makeup recently. I really hope you guys enjoy my makeup tutorials. If you do enjoy them, don't forget to thumbs up the video. You guys have no idea how much it helps me when you guys thumbs up the video. Let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see from me down below. I also did just pick up the Esmeralda palette by Beauty Creations. You guys know that Annette 69 is coming out with a palette with this brand, so I'm very curious to see if the shadows perform good. So let me know if you guys want to see a video using this palette. You guys want to know the tea, let me know. But anyways guys, with that said, don't forget to follow me on social media, Snapchat, Instagram. When I'm not here, I'm most likely over there, so go follow me there. Anyways guys, with that being said, I will catch you guys very soon in my next one. Bye guys.